Well, first of all, hats off to Samford. I thought they played very poised, especially in the second half. They're well coached. They're always in the top three in their league. They've been in the NCAA tournament in the last 4 or 5 years. They've always earned postseason, one way or the other. I thought their kids played with a lot of poise tonight. The press obviously bothered them a little bit, but once they got it in the half court, our half court defense wasn't very good at times, and you know, we're just, as I've told y'all, we're you know, extremely young. With 2 juniors, 2 sophomores, and a freshman starting, and you're bringing, you know, 3 sophomores off the bench, so and a freshman off the bench, and so this kid right here played her heart out tonight, did a good job. I got on her a little hard tonight. She responded just like you'd like to see a pro respond. And I'm proud of her for that. And you know, you end the game with a freshman on the floor at point. That says a lot about that kid. And you know, Morgan's been in that position before. But you know, Dom was solid. She didn't shoot it that great. She took 11 shots, which I like, and 2 out of 3 from 3 is not a bad number. But you know, she gets 11 rebounds, has a double-double. Again, I'm glad she's on my team. But obviously, we didn't play well. You got to give them a lot of credit. They had a lot to do with it. We had no inside game against a team that wasn't very big, and that's certainly concerning. You know, I think you saw offensively when we were patient, we got a layup. When we weren't patient, we were forcing jump shots, and they turned us into a jump shooting team tonight. So, feel real fortunate to get out of there with a W, and you know, it'll be a lot of fun showing the film tomorrow. I'll tell you that. We'll get a lot out of that.
Dom, first career double-double, and a lot of that came in the first and second quarter when things weren't going so well. Did you kind of just take the game on your shoulders at that point?
I was just trying to, you know, give a spark kind of, and just get, and we were missing a lot, so I was just trying to get as many rebounds as I could.
What was it like out there, Jazzmun? Play your first game, here you are sitting in the media room. How do you think it went?
It was very intense. Having the players on my back and being able to create for other people was pretty good.
She's really good in the open floor. I mean, she's really good. She sees the floor out. You know, I remember watching her in recruiting. She sees the floor as good as anybody I've seen in a long time, and now we've got some kids that can finish with her, and so we didn't run very well with her tonight, but she was really good. She had 5 steals, so she was excellent in the press. So just, you know, she's really going to be good.
Yeah, the coach was talking about how he talked to you during the game, challenged you a little bit. Just talk about making the adjustments throughout the game and carrying on and having the game that you had.
I didn't get on her until the second half, and she just got going a little fast. And, you know, he asked you the question, not me. It's okay. Just, you know, I got on her a little bit, and then once I got her settled back down, hey, I wanted her back in the game. You know, I put her back in pretty quick, and she responded like a champ, and I'm really proud of her. And just like I said, she finished the game tonight. So she was really good in the press, really good. But she's going to get better defensively. I mean, it's always hard for a freshman.
Guys, do you feel like you got more comfortable as the game went on?
Yes.
Fair to say.
Dominique, you had six offensive, 5 defensive rebounds. What were you seeing tonight that led you to get so many rebounds? What happened?
I mean, I just always try to keep moving when the shot goes up. So a lot of times, like the tall girls will tip it up, and I'll come up from behind them and get it. So I just always.
So you were just anticipating?
Yeah.
She's hard to get a butt on. You know, she plays hard. I mean, this is 5'7", 5'8", leading us in rebounding, and the next closest kid's got 5, and that's Chinway. And they handled Chinway in the second half. She had, I think, 3 at halftime, and ends up with 4 offensive boards. But they took care of her in the second half. So it's a real tough matchup for us, as y'all could, if you're paying attention. Their 5 player could shoot the 3, and it's a tough matchup for Tiara. As a freshman starting out, guarding somebody that goes 3 for 3 from 3, and we knew that. I knew that going in. I was anxious to see how we'd respond. I think T was able to watch Chinway and Reese and see how they denied that kid the ball, because that's the only way they could get into their offense was going through the 5-player, because our guards do a tremendous job on the perimeter. So once they got the wheel turning through the 5, it became difficult to guard them a little bit, and they backdoored us some. And you know, they shoot 21%, make 4 baskets first half, and then shoot 63% the second half. So, you know, really disappointed to go from holding them 2 points the second half to let them have 20. That scored us by 8 third quarter. So this has happened 2 ball games in a row. And, you know, the kiss of death is all those jump shots we made on Tuesday night. Because then you come out tonight thinking you're going to make all those jump shots. And it just ain't the way, it's not the way it works. You got to get to the rim. On a night when your jumper isn't falling, you got to get to the rim. You got to have an inside game. Finally, Dom doesn't get any stat credit, but Tori gets 2 layups on guard-to-guard screens on the block. She's setting the screen for him. So I believe she was the one delivering them the ball. So.
Talk about the job your defense did in that second quarter. You know, Samford shot the ball fairly well in that first quarter, and you know only limited them by a few shots in the second quarter and only 2 points.
Yeah, I mean it's a big difference. You know, again, I thought our second quarter when we made our run, 18-2, you outscored them 16, and it gave us a little breathing room. You're up 20 at half, and hey, I've been doing it long enough, y'all. I've seen that third quarter so many times to start a second half, and it's just the nature of the beast. So we'll continue to work. Again, that's part of being young in our youth. I mean, we're just really young, especially when we go to our bench. So we're going to have to coach better, teach better, and develop those kids. That's the bottom line. Nobody's going to become a junior overnight or a senior overnight. So, and you know, we'll just have to do that.
You mentioned the tough matchup with the 5, a young starting lineup. Instead of the starting, the team played very well. With all that happening, can you take some encouragement out of the fact you still won by 21?
Absolutely. I mean, those days are gone where I'm going to walk in that locker room mad at the wet hen because we won by 21. You know, I'm going to try to, you know, I'll be positive with them tonight, and, you know, they need to enjoy every victory, so precious. So we'll you know, take for, you know, instance, we had 28 offensive rebounds, and that rebounded by 17. You know, we forced 28 turnovers and had 14 steals. Hey, that's, you're working hard. So we'll take that and run with it, and at the same time, we'll be in here at 8 in the morning watching film, and probably going to shoot a little more. Dom was elected captain last night by our teammates, so she'll be our second captain along with Morgan this year. And again, I think that says a lot. She was on every ballot, and I think that says a lot about the respect she has from her teammates. So I'm really pleased with that. I think Dom's deserving of that, and now she'll wear that, and I'll demand of her even more.
Well, Don, can you comment on that, what it means to you to be a captain?
I'm glad that my teammates think of me like that, and it's our honor to be a captain to them. And I know it's going to be a lot of hard work just to live up to it. And I'm going to have a lot of responsibility, and I'm looking forward to taking on the responsibility.
Coach, you mentioned the not real pleased, you said, with the production in the post. Chinway, not a big stat line, but seemed pretty comfortable when she came in. What did you think about her?
I liked it a lot. I think she was, you know, very comfortable playing. She makes 2 free throws, played 20 minutes, didn't seem to get tired. And, you know, she's just going to get better. And really, this is her 3rd year playing basketball, you know, and only her 2nd year eligibility-wise. So she's still just a sophomore, really. She's just another sophomore that we have, to be honest with you. So, you know, her and T are going to be fine. It just was a weird matchup tonight, and it was a difficult matchup, and probably good for us. We'll be able to draw on this down the line from somebody that'll have a 5-player that can stretch it and shoot it. So that first game is always hard when it's hard to get a scout off of last year's tape, last year's players. You know, that double high screen that we dealt with tonight a little bit. You know, we hadn't gone against that a lot, but again. We'll learn from it, and we'll move on.
How much did Victoria picking up those quick 2 fouls change your offensive game plan?
None. We're trying to run dribble drive. I mean, it doesn't matter whether her or or Blair in there, they both can shoot it. Blair came in and played fine defensively, took a couple charges, but she took some, what I think are bad shots for her. She don't need to be shooting the ball at 25 feet. When she's in there at 21, 22, no problem, but she was trying to help her team score a little bit, and at that point, we had a whole bunch of people. You know, we had people missing layups, going in there and not finishing against contact, that are against 5'10", 5'11". You know, only had 10 turnovers, but it seemed like we had some at the worst times. But, you know, we missed a ton of layups. We missed some wide open shots. And so those are things that, hey, we got to get in the gym and work on. But it didn't change us anything, I tell you what hurt us tonight is not having Kayla Nevitt. You know, that's another guard that you can bring in and rotate in, athletic, long, quick, can make shots, get to the rim. So that bothered us probably more than anything.
Any other questions? All right, thanks, ladies.
All right.